Yo, what's up guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little different. You know, I'm always putting out different content. That's just the way that I am. This video in particular, I wanted to share with you guys three tips. Three tips on how to make better coffee at home. This is something that I've developed as my time as a barista, and also just communicating and interacting with different coffee people out there. And I'm just going to boil it down to, this is like the basics, so that, you know, save you a lot of trouble in your journey to making better coffee. But 3 tips. Without further ado, let's get into this video. I guess I gotta make more coffee. Alright guys, tip number 1 is buying a grinder. Now, this might sound, you know, like a waste of time, like you can just buy coffee grounded, but trust me, buying a grinder makes a whole different like aspect and feel to your coffee making at home. Why? Well, first of all, like anything, you know, when you make things fresh, it always comes out significantly better. In terms of specs, buy a burr grinder. A burr grinder basically is the burrs are a mechanism of two. They're not blades, but they're like kind of like blades that are carved out in a way where it's pretty uniform. So I'm gonna post the image right here. Bam. So basically, when the coffee goes through the burr, it's grinding it up so that all the particles are as uniform as possible. There's like a whole like, I'm not gonna get into the theory, like the education aspect of how a burr grinder works, but what I'm gonna tell you is that a burr grinder basically makes your coffee uniform. So when you brew it, there's no, you know, one size bigger than the other, and then one aspect of the bean will extract differently than the other. Like, it's all going to be the same. So like, if you were to use a traditional blade grinder, which is it's like a you know, when you make smoothies and stuff, like the blades are, you don't want to use that. Like, it's gonna chop it up. You're basically, it's gonna be like a 4-year-old playing with a butter knife trying to cut up a carrot, you know. It's just gonna be messy. So burr grinder, buy a burr grinder. One recommendation I can give to you guys, online on Amazon, I bought mine, a hand grinder, for $23. It works all right. The higher you spend, the better features you get on a grinder. So my recommendation, and I know a lot of baristas would recommend this too, is the Baratza Encore grinder. You can get on Amazon for like $140. One-time investment. Mine lasted for 5 years before it broke down because I used way too much coffee, and you know, that just happens. There's also videos on how to replace the burrs. It takes work, but you can just also buy another $150 grinder if you're lazy. But yeah, that's my first tip. Second tip is to buy coffee with a roast date. Why is that important? Well, fundamentally, coffee, like anything else, is like a living, breathing, organic specimen, you know. Like, it's a living thing. So you have to understand that there's a optimal life expectancy for coffee, just like anything else. The research shows, and a lot of companies kind of follow this trend, where 2 weeks after roast date is like kind of the period of, you know, drinking your coffee at its optimal level. 6 days after the roast date is where it's like, okay, there's enough carbon that's been exhausted, so then you can, you know, enjoy the coffee at its optimal level. And then from day 6 until day 14. After day 14 is when basically it starts to stale. But honestly, I've had coffee for up to a month, and you know, as much as I am a coffee person, connoisseur, professional, like, I can still drink a month-old coffee, but generally it's 2 weeks. But yeah, the reason why you want to have a roast date on your bag is to know, you know, like, there's coffee companies out there that don't provide any information. You know, you could go into a grocery store, buy a bag of coffee with no information on it, and it turns out it's like a year-old coffee, and you don't want that. Like, you want to know what you're buying. So don't get scammed out there. And I'm not calling out any companies, but I'm just saying, yeah, roast date, very important. And tip number 3, and this is just basically something that is very easy to comprehend, but sometimes it could be hard to replicate, which is to make your coffee every single day. Why do I say that? It's just like with any practice, anything that you do in life. When you don't do the thing that you are learning, you're gonna lose it. You don't use it, you lose it. So when you make coffee every day, you what I did when I first started out was I would try out different methods and post on Reddit to like get some feedback, and there are just certain things that I've noticed making coffee every single day, and realizing that there's just a fun it's just a fun way of learning. It's just to make it every single day for yourself. And so you're your biggest own critic, and that's a good thing, because you want to basically make this turn this way of satisfying your caffeine needs into almost like a hobby, because I do truly believe that if you have fun making your coffee every day, you'll start to appreciate it more. And so yeah, make it every day, learn, ask questions, and so yeah, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.